Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Today was pretty crazy. Let's talk about it. Okay, we did get a decision candlestick, I would say, but we have a few scenarios to go over from here. So let's get into them. First things first, FOMC. I just want to acknowledge that I think what Jerome Powell said is bullish. I am just going to start the video off with that because I did miss it, and then I listened to it on double speed, and I can't find a bearish thing that he said. And he also acknowledged that they pretty much got the job done with getting inflation down there. It's still their main concern. The only bad thing I really heard today was that, you know, he still says that you need to see a weakening job market at some point. Like, it just needs to happen, and it hasn't happened. So other than that, I mean, they pretty much, he took a victory lap. It wasn't like a complete victory lap, but we had another FOMC meeting that went like this. And then I'm pretty sure it skyrocketed, and then it put it in the February top. I think that was back all the way over here. I'm pretty sure this was FOMC. You had this day, the next day, and then it put in your top. All right. I don't think we're anywhere close to the top. I'm going to point that out. I think the market today literally came in hot and said, after draw, I think that's what the market really liked. Like, I'm telling you, it really wasn't all that bearish. So it gap up, it said F your puts right there, and then all day it just rallied. And then at the end of the day, let's just go down to the 5-minute chart. We're going to be discussing the 4-hour chart, and yes, because we did bring that up in yesterday's video. So that ended up, and the day before that. And now we have a very similar setup that I am going to be pointing out off of the 200 daily moving average over on SPY. But as you see here, all right, this was open, and you literally just, you know, rallied. You gapped up. So first, F your puts, and then you rallied all day. You got this little, you know, oh yeah, you were right. And then boom, you went over there. Now I am going to acknowledge, hey, nobody knew that FOMC was going to make this thing skyrocket. You really couldn't have told me that you knew that. But what we can do is reference what we've been going over, how we were looking for this move into, you know, one of these retracements over here. I think we were looking for 425 to 430 within the coming trading sessions. Now, did I think FOMC was going to probably boost this thing? No, I wasn't even, you know, we have Apple earnings. I'm simply going off of the charts. All right. And I pointing out back over here, or, you know, I made the mistake of getting bullish. All right. Up back here. All right. And then guess what? We knew we was going to go lower when you broke some levels. First things first, 424. That told us we were probably going to 420. Then you broke under here. And then we're looking at a full-on retrace of this move right here. No, not even that move. Hang on. Let me draw the fibs right here. All right. So on the weekly chart, we knew if you broke down through here, you didn't hold your, you know, zone right here. I took it off the chart because I didn't think it was too relevant. But you got this going on right here. You technically held it like right on it. I moved it down before. I just had it ending right here at 412.35. But as you see, all right, you came down here and tapped the 0.618 retracement. Guess what? That is literally the golden pocket. That is where, you know, on a lot of previous moves, you stopped the bleeding on back here from the bear market. Let's just come back over here, all right? Golden pocket, all right? Then what happened on the next one? All right, next leg down was over here. What happened? Golden pocket. There you go. All right, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elliott wave. Elliott speak, whatever you want to call it. All right, I'll call it Elliott speak. But guess what? All right, that's your 5-way impulsive structure. All right, I don't know. Do we have this being a 1? And then a 2, and then 3, and it was a correction off of that, because let's just look at that. I'm pretty sure you did break your 0.786. All right, right up here. So, you know, on the monthly time frame, you kind of stalled out right there at the 0.786. But typically, if it's going to be a retracement, you're not going to break right here. So, like I just showed you, you stalled out in that golden pocket. Right here, you broke it. So if we're looking at this on the monthly time frame, and this is just going to be a retracement here, it should have stopped somewhere in here, and you should have started declining. But it broke it. So I think we're probably going to, you know, have an end of the year rally. That's my personal opinion here. I think this was literally just a pullback. If you extend this, oh, look at that. It lines up right with over here. And what do we also have? All right. Now you can see it a lot better on the weekly time frame, but you had a You know, inverse head and shoulders going on somewhere in here. Now let's go down the weekly time frame and see if that really makes sense. Oh, what do we got there, right? Inverse head and shoulders right there. Had the breakout, and you're kind of just back testing where you broke out from. I'm just putting it out there. This very much so could be the market structure that, you know, the market wanted to fall, something like that. Or you put it up a little bit, and maybe we're going to continue falling. Maybe it's going like that, and you come down here and back test it. Either way, guys, I'm bullish on this back test. I'm bullish, or not even the back test, the pullback. And I think, you know, I think it's not a terrible decision to be bullish on this thing if it pulls back. I'm just putting it out there because you actually, on here, the daily time frame, you have an inverse head and shoulders right here off of the 200 daily moving average. Now, let me clear up these fibs. Okay, now that we're kind of done discussing them. But yeah, like I told you guys, all right, if it's going to just be a retracement, bulls here in this case, they're going to step in right here. All right, and you already had a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. All right, we could have had a flat up here and you could have not broke that low. But, you know, I'm not the best at this stuff. But, you know, I've read, I think, 2 books on Elliott Wave, 1.5 books. We'll call it 1.5. I didn't take that much interest in it, all right, but I was trying to expand my horizons back in the day. But guess what, all right, guys? If you just had your sweet sequence there, we're going to get some sort of corrective sequence up here. And I think if it's, you know, like what I just showed you guys, if this was the bottom, you're going to come up here and you're going to break this high. You're going to get bulls really excited. This is the bear scenario. You had that, all right? There's your, you know, impulsive sequence there. And guess what? What if, you know, you're signing a new impulsive, like, macro sequence to the downside, and then you're probably going to get something like this. All right? Both guys, I can already see a bigger inverse head and shoulders. This is probably how this is going to go down. And 100% speculation. But guess what? All right? When you see things, you see things. You see what I'm talking about? You stall here at the 50% retracement, which also happens to have the confluence of this resistance right here. All right? You stall somewhere over there. You already have the right shoulder there. You come down. Here's your head. You rally up to here. 50% retracement right here. It doesn't matter where you stall out. It could be anywhere from, watch my line here. It could be anywhere, guys. You could stall any here, and it doesn't really matter how you draw this thing. It's going to look something like an inverse head and shoulders. Or look at that. You would have a downtrend break. So maybe it goes picture perfect. All right. Picture perfect world right now. Watch this. You're going to explode. You're going to stall out right up here around where you stalled out before. Okay. People are going to say double top. You're going to come down. Maybe, you know, you do something like that. Then since we're talking about Fibonacci retracements, maybe you come back here, 50% retracement. Look at that. And then boom, you bounce off of that and maybe you break out. And what do we have here? Let me just make it nice and thick for us. I take it back. Don't ever say those things. Right here, though. Yeah, I apologize. I didn't know how that sounded until it was too late. Right here, I hope you guys can see that nice and clear. I know there's a lot of green lines there, but as you can see, boom, bob, bing, boo, pow. Inverse head and shoulders, incorporating the Fibonacci retracements into, and this downtrend break into the you know, speculative analysis here, right? Guys, if you like what you are hearing and you're new here, consider subscribing and turning notifications on so you know when we post. It's typically going to be anywhere from 3 to, I don't know, recently since I got this new job. Now, I do have a fixed schedule now for November. I have my full-time schedule now, my first schedule. I had to pick up all the shifts. They had a bunch of them for me, though. Yeah, now I actually know, like, 100% all of November. I know my hours, so I can work stuff in, live streams and all of the things of the sort. I can work that into that. All right. But yeah, guys. All right, right here, guys. We have a good thing here on this YouTube channel, and I appreciate you guys. So just thank you for being here with me. And I know a lot of you guys have been here for like a very long time. Like the first 500, 2,000 people. That took so long to get to that, and then it started picking up. But I'm just gonna say right now, all right, you know, like if you've been here for years, like not years, never mind, it might have been like 2 years. We covered Palantir back. Let's just look at this, guys. By the way, Palantir, honestly, Palantir moves pretty clean. I haven't really been touching it, but You know, this was, do you see what I see right here? You literally have a clean breakout right here. All right, right there. You stalled out, pulled back, then boom, you pushed it. You failed the back test. That is the thing. Then you fell flat. To me, guys, it just look, and look at this. This is pretty, you know, it did, that's what I'm talking about. Pretty clean price action. You have this hammer candlestick one day, boom, you gap down to the trend line, you fade. All right, you try holding up, nope, next day, and then you knew it was just wraps after this candlestick right here. All right, regardless, guys, you're just in this massive range here. But yeah, I was covering Palantir on this descent. I remember that. It was like a Palantir Hopium channel, and it was great. It was, well, it wasn't a Hopium. It was like a Palantir, in everything Palantir channel. That was the pretty much the beginning of this YouTube channel. Because I noticed a lot of people were into Palantir. So I was like, okay, all right, back to our scribbles. Our squiggly lines over here. They look nice. But yeah, guys, so we're at the 200 MA right here. We can actually look at, you know, I want to make this chart a little bit cleaner here. I actually do want to keep this downtrend here, though. That is pretty clean. We'll have it right there. You have 1 touch point, 2, 3, 4. All right, just about. We can make it, yeah, right there. All right, guys, so that is going to be a trend line that I would like to pay attention to. Now, like I said over here, so many inverse head and shoulders formations, okay? And I'm going to show you guys what I showed in yesterday's video. Apple going into earnings, guys. If this thing does something that I think is possible, we're going to get a crazy move, and you're going to see this thing come right back to overbought. But it's either going to take place right here at the trend line, or it's going to take place like right here. And then the pullback is just going to be a back test. And y'all better be buying that back test. You know what we also will have here? Guys, this is, get the break and retest, like, you know, in your mind. Hammer it into your mind. I'll hammer it into your mind on this channel. You can see a lot of my thumbnails are just going to be these. But guys, do you see what I see right here? See that? The pullback, which would be the back test, the massive falling wedge. What are the dogs doing? They're wrestling out there, maybe. All right. Do you guys see what I see, though? All right. Massive inverse head and shoulders inside of this thing. And then on the breakout would just form the right shoulder. This thing looks so perfect. So I don't know how earnings are going to be. We have them literally tomorrow after the bell. It's going to be quite crazy, guys. All right. It's going to be quite crazy. I'm excited. Now, unfortunately, I did sell my positions right before FOMC just because it was okay. Well, not right before FOMC. I think it was, I don't know, maybe it was somewhere. It was this morning. I know that I didn't experience this dip, and I felt pretty good about it. And then that happened, and I was like, oh, okay. I don't remember when it was. I think it was anywhere from 10 to 11 o'clock. It was the first time I looked at the market this morning. I was dealing with someone. And yeah, I thought I was the man. And then this happened. And I was like, you know, the point of me waiting, I wanted to wait until uncertainty was over, because I had a way I thought this market could go. And then maybe I could buy that pullback. And I still think that is possible. I'm just going to put that out. But I'm just going to say right now, my two scenarios are going to be bullish unless Apple tanks your market. If Apple tanks the market, I say nay. Maybe we have a pullback during the first week of November. And then the rest of November, we're probably going to be good, because we're probably going to see not one of these things or these things. I think we're going to see a rally. Get me in this golden pocket that we discussed earlier, coming from here all the way down over there. And we discussed the ways, go back in the video if you don't remember, how that could shape up. Maybe you stall out here. But if you stall out here, who even cares? All right, guys, this is going to be even more bullish, because you just pass this high. Maybe the pullback then just gets eaten up. All right, and you would just be doing something like maybe like that. All right, guys, I'm liking the look at these charts. I think we're about to experience a whole like cycle back up. I think it's going to be great. But does that mean we can't pull back here? No. This is like, that's why I say both my scenarios are really bullish here. I don't want to say really bullish because, you know, I don't want to come off as a permabull. I just want to say, all right, we were looking for this, exactly what this is, you know, happening. And I'm just saying, I'm not going to act like I called the bottom, because, you know, once we started breaking 420, I was just saying, hey, in the golden pocket, that's the next stop. That's 397 to, what was it, 411? Let's just put that bad boy back on here, and let's just see for anybody know. All right, right here, it's at like, yeah, 410.50, and then you come down here, 397. So, like, you just know that is where, you know, a lot of people are just like a lot of people that have been patient, just waiting on the sidelines. They still have, like, you know, all of their money to, you know, just go all in the zone and like get rich, honestly. But guess what? All right. Those people, the super, like, you know, the people who run this market, they're probably going to buy in that zone. I just showed you how all of these moves stalled out in those golden pockets. That one stalled out in the golden pocket. And like this, guys, this could be what we get, you know, now. But I think we're due for not one of these or these, but these. All right, but these, or we just start like what we did over here, where you just it's a full scale move to the upside. Now you buy those dips. I don't know if we get that, I'm gonna be happy. All right, we're going to all-time highs. You guys know how I feel about these weekly and monthly charts, guys. We literally, if you're not new here to the channel, have a massive cup and handle. When you came into the zone, we were going to be bullish on the pullback. Doesn't matter how you look at this thing, whether this is a massive head. Now we're drawing a face again. Dang it. Like, it doesn't matter. So either way, you have the cup, you have the handle right here. This would be your handle. If you break through this zone here, you're going straight to all-time highs. You're going to break that. All right. And then you're going to get a lot of people saying double top. And because you're getting a lot of people saying double top, they're going to short there. And then they're going to provide what we had over here. Where it's just this few weeks of slow, just upward. And then boom, you eventually just thrust it upward. QQQ, I remember it over here as well. All right. Right here. Remember, boom. You reached resistance. You had this. You had me fooled. I thought we were, you know, you're getting at least a pullback. You didn't get at least a pullback. You just squoze right through that. And the market just never wanted to pull back again. And now, I still think this looks pretty bullish. All right. You still have this cup and handle here. Yep. It's like that movie, Beauty and the Beast. You guys watched that when you were kids? I know my average audience is older than me. My average audience is 25 to 41 years old, I want to say it says. Or maybe it just is 40 and I'm bugging. I don't know. Yeah, guys. Weekly charts, monthly charts, they look bullish to me. All right. Daily chart. I told you guys it looked like the October bottom. And again, I'm not going to say I told you so, as in I called the exact bottom. I definitely did not do that. But I will tell you right now, if we have a full-scale move to the upside over the coming weeks, I'm going to silently say I told you so to all the haters. We're not talking about those guys, though. Like I said, the market said F your puts. That's exactly what happened all day. It was great. But I wasn't even watching a lot, and that's honestly been a good thing. Now, again, what I will gloat about, I may have not called the bottom over there on SPY, but I will say right now, I did that on AMD. I'll show the proof. Here we go. The proof is in. So this is actually the only trade I did that I was really looking at over here. You had, so you got QQQ. Since that, I mean, I've been, you know, just chilling. But these are trades that I would 100% take. Like, these are A++ setups in my personal opinion. All right. So this, we already failed that. You had the opportunity to make the inverse head and shoulders there. That was your bottom structure. But guess what? It, like what I was just pointing out on Apple, that's literally what happened here. The back test that could have put the right shoulder in was literally right here. All right. It was right there. It was, the confluence was crazy. So you know what? That one ended up failing. Look at that. You, over there. But then you had this. All right. The one over here that was 1024. Guess what? On 1030. No, we got an equivalent, but way better setup, and it looked like we were basing down here. Look at this. Look at this bullish divergence going on. You slightly undercut the low. You just like swept the low there, and now you're going to like, you know, squeeze people who thought you're probably going like, you know, a lot lower. $80. I don't know. Look at this. You had a double bottom over on the hourly time frame. I was like, what are we even right here? Bullish divergence on the daily RSI, and we got an inside day-to-day double bottom on the hourly with a neckline 97.35. Prob gets a quick move to 100 after 100. There's no resistance until 110, so that's what I'll be looking for. Oh, and then, yeah, I already got it in here. Look at that. So, like, right here, guys, all right? You get this pullback. Be damn bullish on the pullback. You saw what happened today. This thing was clearly way stronger than the market, all right? And that's why I say, I'm not going to say I told you so on SPY or nothing like that, but, yeah, AMD, I know I had to mention that on the channel here sometime over here as well. But yeah, this thing's looking monstrous, all right? You're looking like you're coming straight up to this resistance. And again, with these stupid, I mean, just look at this, guys. It doesn't look all that shabby to me. Like, regardless, you have a double bottom going on here on the daily time frame. So you don't even need that shoulder right there, and you have bullish structure. You have this big, giant W What do you think happens when you break through that? Probably going to come up here to this resistance, go like that, and it's probably going to look something like that. Now, why do I put my arrow there? What happens here when you get up to resistance? Guess what? That's at 120. You don't think that's a huge psych, you know, system that's going on here? 110 straight to no resistance to like pretty much exactly 119. All right, 119 all the way up to like 121. Yeah, I think you're probably going to get the pullback there and then pull back test that, and boom, bop, bing, boo, pow. You're going to probably go to the upside. All right. This thing looks so beastly. All right. So if you miss this move, just realize you're going to probably break out here, and then you're going to buy this pullback. Or you could buy the breakout and probably witness that. Or the other scenario, if you break out here, you're just going to do something like this. Maybe you come down here and you put in some, you know, small time structure there, maybe like 2 or 3 inside days there. Or, you know, you end up doing that, and then this is a decent pullback going from 117 all the way down to 110. People are going to be like, oh, it's going down. But guys, that's just going to be the back test. The break and retest is really the one strategy. Someone commented it in the other day's video. Yeah, guys, the break and retest will make you rich. I'm pretty sure. Just stay at it. Stay, you know, like now, we drew out so many scenarios earlier on SPY on the smaller, you know, scale right here, and the larger scale, and then the even larger scale. My eyes just like literally pick up these, you know, reversal structures at this point, and those are the pullbacks that you know to get bullish on. I thought this was going to turn into an inverse head and shoulders, all right? So there's that. Maybe, you know, well, I mean, we do also do level by level, right? So it's not just you're going off of that. When you're looking at reversal structures, unless they're already built in there, then yeah, they're all going to be speculative. Like what we just did, that was all speculative, seeing how that's going to go out. But guess what? You know, it's educated speculation here. Why? Because we also saw all of these stalled out in the golden pockets. And I could show you right here, this ended up stalling out in the golden pocket as well. Like, guys, why are we going to expect anything different here? All right. All right. So that was the 50% retracement. I think it is that. No, maybe. All right. You almost got there, right? Regardless, your fibs are going to be respected. That's what I'm going to go off of. If it's going to be a retracement, it's going to be in that area. Guys, I'm still bullish. This makes me way more bullish. And, oh, what Jay Powell said, let's just reiterate that, guys. And he didn't, you know, say the job is done. All right. They still want to see a weakening job market. So they're not going to lower rates, I don't think, at the next one. I don't. But just know, when we do finally get the first rate cut, guys, that's when I'm going to be with you guys. When you comment about a crash, I'm going to be like, you're right. That's going to come within 6 to 12 months. We're going to, maybe in one of these weekly updates, maybe we'll take a look back. We'll mark them I'll mark it beforehand so it doesn't take a ton of time. Guys, we do typically have our videos are typically 15 to 30 minutes. If there's not much to talk about, then maybe there'll be like 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, maybe. All right, we've made it happen in the past. You know, if that sounds good to you, join the gang, guys. Like I said, guys, I appreciate you guys. We have a rather large gang now. Guys, we're almost to 4,000 subscribers. That is a large community there. All right, that is a very large community. But yeah, back to the charts, guys. All right, back to the charts. Bullish structure on the weekly time frame. And I still think it's bullish, all right? Yeah, you may have, you know, broke it down from this, but, you know, is that really a huge difference here? If you just take it like that? Like, I'm sure you could probably just... I don't want that. I did not want to do that. There we go. Probably just do this. Oh, wow. A parallel channel we're in. A parallel channel. Are you kidding me? All right? And if you do come down here and break the low again, you're going to come in contact with this. And maybe you even break down here. Maybe it takes a lot of time. And maybe we fall into December. And then you're just going to back test this. And then that's going to thrust us upward and bring up buyers. And that's with the 200 daily moving average down here. Like, I'm serious, guys. I don't know how you can look at what we've been going over and be bearish. I don't understand. Like, we can get these pullbacks, but they're going to be pullbacks. And, you know, if you're buying December calls, I think we're gonna witness that rally. But VIX, guys, just an update on that before we get out of here. That looks like an inverse head and shoulders as well. That's funny. Except it died. And now you undercut this low, and now it's invalidated. All right. Guys, if you spiked up here, we're pointing out, you're just going to backtest this and you're going to stall out. If you're also going to get this above 65 again, and then within trading sessions, you're going to see VIX get crushed. That's what happened every single, you see this went over? The one trading session was over there, crushed. One trading session here, 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 crushed. Didn't even get there. One trading session here, crushed. One trading session here. You had like, you know, this is, what is this, 2? All right, so you had 2 to 3 trading sessions there, crushed. One crushed, one crushed, one crushed. You know, maybe you had like 4 or 5 here. Here's the anomaly. This is beginning of the bear market. That was that panic. Right here, this is, you know, I don't know what this was. I can't tell you. Okay, that was going into, oh, never mind. This was also probably panic at the beginning of the bear market. When you're in your topping process. All right, do you see a common theme here? All right, I'm not just going to keep this red line here with 65 on it for no reason. We have a reason. You may think it's silly, but there is a reason. All right, VIX crush, break this low. VIX might get crushed all the way down here, and we get that rally. All right, guys, we're looking for 425 to 430. I know I don't want to say the same thing I've been saying so long, but now it's actually playing out, and like I think people are, you know, just going to accept that this is probably going to happen. Right here, guys, this is even your bear scenario. Like, that's what I'm saying. You're probably, you know, if you're wanting this to be, you know, just you want to say it's a dead cat bounce. You want to get, you know, at max, you want a 3-wave corrective sequence here into the golden pocket. And then from the golden pocket, that's seller's last chance. And you need them to step up for this 0.786 fib. And then you want to come all the way down here. You want to get some sick, nasty downside action following that. Because if you break it, all right, probably going to come up here. Even if you stall out here, it's going to do what we pointed out earlier. And now it doesn't really matter how deep this goes. You come all the way down here, it's still going to look like, you know? So you don't want to get up here. And if you break right here, probably getting up here. That looks pretty funny. We're going to put another one right here. Now it's a pizza. All right, there we go. We saved it. There's pepperoni, tiny, I don't know. I would say these are the pepperonis up here. Now it's got a face. Pizza has a face. All right, guys. I guess it's also been a long day. All right. Regardless, guys, I'm bullish on this market. I remain bullish on the market. And BTFD. Buy the freaking dip. Okay? Because we can't swear here on YouTube or they will demonetize me. That is how that works. Yeah, actually, we don't make a lot from this. Yeah, we don't make a lot from YouTube. Like, it spiked recently, but it's only at like $150. You got to have a lot of subs and get a lot of views on each video to make like a decent amount of money. But, you know, we are in the finance niche. So, like, you know, even though this is a small channel here, we got a small, it's still typically small for the niche. To be a name in this niche, guys, we got to get to 10K. It needs to happen. I don't really care when it happened. I'll be here every day, guys. I enjoy this. I was actually talking about this with coworkers, and we were like, you know, we just genuinely enjoy talking about the markets. We enjoy the markets. Like, it doesn't even, like, I was talking to, it turns out someone also trades there, and he knows, like, and we both agreed, like, hey, it doesn't matter who you are. You get lucky, but you're not going to be a consistently profitable trader within the first few years. He said, you know, yeah, he agreed with me. 2 to 3 years. I would say that's where, you know, if you get to that, you know, 2 to 3 year mark and you're not like really nailing shit, like, you know, I don't know. You gotta, you know, pick it up, I guess, from that point. But I would say you're probably not going to be a consistently profitable trader for your first year, at least 2, unless you're really good. All right. But I'd say it's going to take time because you just have to keep putting in reps. The more reps, I would say day traders get the most reps, but you're going to lose the most amount of money at first. But it's also going to be the quickest. So, like, that's a dangerous game, though. You hear what I'm saying? That's dangerous, you know? So it is a dangerous game. You're probably going to lose money for a while because it's just not going to click. You don't have a chance of clicking it. Maybe you will get it within the first year. I don't think it's going to happen. But guys, this is also a skill set that you stick with it. I know I just talked into a 30-minute video. Jesus. You can tell I like talking about this stuff. But yeah, guys, you make a click over a 5 to 10 year period, guys, you're set for life. Doesn't matter what age you are after that, you're set from that point. Is like, it's, guys, spend 10 years in the market doing, like, I'm not saying you got to make a YouTube video every day, but that's really, like, when I started these videos, it was like, oh yeah, this kind of a personal diary / like, if I do these every day, I'll get really good at the market every single day. I'll just get so many reps. looking at a chart, analyzing a chart every single day like we do, that is a lot of reps. All right, get your reps in. That is something I always push for. Get your reps in. All right, guys, I think I am going to end it here. I don't want to reiterate anymore that I'm bullish because you guys already know that. Tesla over here, what you want to do is either break this previous high. That's your signal right here that you're probably going decently lower, or not decently low, decently higher here. You're probably starting a trend change, and you probably will have that pullback bought at that point because you'll have this zone here going off of this previous resistance. Maybe it turns into support, or you're going to stall out here and you want to come into either a double bottom, or you want to stop right here and come for a higher low pullback, break that. There's a signal that the trend is changing. That is how I would go about that. All right. Or you can play the golden pocket game we just talked about. And let's say it gets right here, and then that's all she wrote. And then you do this. Well, risk the golden pocket. Buy when it gets into the golden pocket or the 50% retracement, and then use the 0.786 bit as your stop loss here, because you're probably going to get another chance to buy this low here after that. And then you buy the low again and maybe, use this as your stop. I don't know, just a trade plan. And then there you go. You get to ride out the whole move, or you do what we talked about before and you get this move and you have confirmation right there that things are changing. You're probably going to go something like that. Boom. And inverse head and shoulder, all right? However you want to draw this, I think it turns around and gets bullish, right over here. Okay, guys. Now I see Amazon. There's too many good charts we were talking about when they were down here. And now it's like, so Amazon, you were looking to be bullish on that pullback. Again, it would have been classic. All right. It would have been classic into, a fib with a inverse head and shoulders. What do we got right here? Double bottom. You got a breakout today. So what are you going to do? Maybe you get an update tomorrow. Then what do? You get bullish on the pullback. And then boom. Maybe you get all the way up there. Or maybe you shoot right up here to begin with. And your pullback's that, and maybe you get that. And now what do you have? I hate to say it. I don't want to even say it no more. All right? Something pretty darn stinking good looking, all right? But regardless, get bullish on this, break and retest. Like we said, break and retest will make you rich in the long run. Give it 5-10 years. Listen, I got 5 to 10 years under my belt yet, but guess what? I think the break and retest will make me a very rich man over the next 5 to 10 years. I think it's going to be amazing. All right. I think it's going to be over the next 2 to 3 years. I think we're chilling. They're everywhere, guys. These setups are everywhere. Just focus on the good setups. You'll find them. I'll actually show you right here. All right. So this is, I don't know if you guys can see that. All right. Yeah, you guys can see that. These are the tickers that I continuously just scan for setups every week. And guys, I can consistently pull. Oh, I'm sorry. My girls over there, they've been in a place for literally the whole duration of this video, so it's been half an hour. They're gonna get some chicken feet after this. I got pig's ear as well here, but yeah, they're gonna go with chicken feet. Guys, chicken feet, nature's toothbrush for your dogs. Chicken feet, frozen chicken feet, because unfrozen chicken feet, your dogs are gonna demolish them within like 20 seconds, and you don't actually want that. That's bad for them. You don't want that. Regardless, guys. Get a watch list. You can use this. Go slow on this video. I'll let you do it right now for anybody who would like my watch list. Here you go. These tickers are hand selected. I can continuously find setups within these tickers. All right. And then you also have, you could watch the China index here and also look for setups in that. And then when this thing goes, you're really going to see things pick up over on tickers like BABA. All right, and BABA doesn't look bad. To me, does not look bad. You still have, not a bad looking setup here. Okay, on the weekly time frame, you still are in a massive falling wedge here. It's like Diz. All right, Diz still, I understand it's a dead dog here, but whenever it starts picking up and it breaks here, you better probably get bullish on it. If you don't consider going short on it, I wouldn't. It'll say F your puts if it starts going, but you need that signal. Why would it be that? Because you now have a range here with 3 taps on the downside, and if you go up one more time, you're going to get another tap right there on the upside, and then you have a full-on range. Could it be a massive bear flag? Yes. I think it's much more likely just a rectangle, you know, reversal formation right here with a double bottom or a double top, and then it goes down. I don't know. It's one or the other, but considering you're in that, I think it's probably going to break the upside. All right, guys. So I should have done like a live stream and just did all of this on that. Regardless, long video today. Guys, let me know if you appreciate the setups, all right? Is this helpful? Let me know if it's helpful, because if it is, I'll occasionally hop on a live stream. We could just go over this during the week when I'm seeing stuff. I don't know, all right? Because sometimes Sundays do not work all the time. I'm just going to put that out there. Because I now work all day on Sunday. I work from 10 to 8. So, or it's 10 to 7. Or I think it's 10 to 8 though. All right, guys. DraftKings, that was another one that we're looking at. This is actually another one that Discord. I did end up. I literally pointed this out. I was like, there you go. I don't know if it was on the watch list. Let me actually check real quick. Let's see. Actually, weekly watch list. Yeah, it was. All right. There we go. But yeah, no, I included the picture there. And guys, I saw this, and these are the setups you just look for. Just do things make sense? You have a bullish divergence going on here. You're falling right into this trend line support. Even if you broke down, I was bullish all the way up here. And above here, I would be playing like dated calls. I think that is a move here. But I am pointing out, all right, they got earnings coming up. So that is something to take note of right there. Tomorrow after the bell with Apple. But Apple is our golden star here. And Apple, to me, looks bullish. All right. I think we're going to get this. All right. With that being said, and you as well, guys, until this is actually another one. All right. I'm sorry. I'm hyped that these are actually just, like perfect. Picture perfect, dude. Like you see these things and then it's just like, why, like it really is that simple. Just focus on A+ setups. I'm hyped. All right. I'm hyped too. I'm going to start trading these A+ setups again and not just SPY. All right. Now that I'm chilling, I'm just going to be chilling more with some of these A+ setups when I'm seeing them. All right. And until this range breaks, it is what it is. The breakout should be big since we've been in the range for 3 to 4 months now, which I still think if you break to the upside, guys, big. I'm going to actually go over SMH. Let's actually look at SMH right here. All right. The SMH. That's crazy. That is crazy. SMH putting a hammer on the day. Actually, this chart looks amazing, which is positive for semis. Look at this. Right here, the 200 daily moving average. Then you have over here off of the bullish divergence down there. RSI was all the way down towards 30. Hammer on the day. 4 days of consolidations above the 200 daily moving average, all inside days. Boom. Let's review the chart before and after. This is what I'm talking about. I was loving the look of things, guys. I really was. Let me take this off just so we can see it at the screen now. All right, but look at this confirmation on the day right here with the it's backed by volume here. You got the breakout here. I was one to buy this pullback. I'm pissed. I'm not pissed. All right, I'm pissed. This would have been such a big move right here to catch on any of these tickers, guys. This is SMH and this is just overall. But AMD, I would have much rather been in this. All right, but it was earnings, risk of biscuit. You don't actually know those things are going to happen. I just knew the setup was primed. And then Amazon, it was primed. All right. Apple, I still think this was also, any of these tickers, guys, performance, great. It was looking pretty good. All right. And you can't see us come down and sweep these lows. I just don't think it's going to happen. And if you do, I still would be bullish on it. What are you going to do? You're going to back test this. You come down here, who cares? Apple's back over the 200 daily moving average. All right. Amazon, you could say it bounced off of it. Google's still above it. Meta's still above it. Microsoft is breaking out past where it, had earnings over here. You still have, this whole blah zone right here. So I wouldn't get too bullish. But, things ain't looking too bad if you ask me. And then you got RTY. Now, this actually is going to be the real test, all right? Is IWM going to pick up? Yes, we did also have IWM participating in it. That hasn't been the case. So the fact that happened today, all right, and turned around, because earlier I actually said in the Discord, IWM is calling cap on this rally, all right? So that's just saying, it's calling it's a lie, all right? I call cap, like it was saying, I call cap. Why? Because it was like literally just not participating in the rally this morning. It's like not too much. It was pretty much not like flat, but it was not up like these guys. Not at all. And either way, guys, like you could say, it was, for the most of the day, it was just chilling. But yeah, it got a hammer on the day, increasing volume off of that. You have the triple bullish diverge going on down there. Like, things also don't look too bad right here. What about the weekly chart? The weekly chart, you had the RSI at 32 last week, right off of key support here. Now you're probably going to, either come into like the 50% mark of this range, which if you just want to see where that would be, just take a fib, go like that. Look at that. It's right here with this previous support, now resistance. All right, so that's an area of confluence you could be paying attention to on the upside. Guys, I'm sorry I'm saying all this in a video instead of a live stream, but now that I'm just, past the 30 mark, we're just rolling with it. All right, but yeah, you'd be, even if you're bullish, you're looking for rejection here, right? Previous support, now turn resistance, plus you have the 50% fib. And then guess what? Maybe you come here and find buyers on this trend line right here, because now you got back in. This was important. You have 5, we could say 5. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then break and retest there with these 2 bars right here. All right, so the 5 reactions right there. Let's make it 6, and then boom. All right, we're probably going to be doing something like that. But even if you're bullish, you're looking for that pullback right here. And even if you're bearish, you're looking for this thing to pull back, and then finally you get to oversold territory. Or you're going to do this, and maybe we're just completely wrong, and we shouldn't be really bullish on this market. Well, we should be bullish on the, if we get another one, that's when you should be really bullish, because then you're going to just do this. You're going to put this bullish divergence in. It's going to go like this. It's going to come in, and then you get a really big move to the upside when that goes like that. And as you see, that is literally just what happens every single time, whether you take another dip like there or not. But even back here, this was, a 12% rally back in 2018. All right, COVID, you didn't get a rally. There's that, you didn't. All right, guys, with that being said, I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.